Hey, my Slayers, how y'all doing? Whew, y'all, I know I took a break, right? Had to celebrate my birthday. Still trying to recover. Um, but I had a great time. I'm happy that the Lord let me live to see another day. Whoop whoop. So I'm happy to be back. So we left out on chapter 7, and once again, the book is the Max Lucado book, and it's called Facing Your Giants. Chapter 7 is called Barbaric Behavior. I'm gonna just give you a quick synopsis of what I feel like it told me, and then hopefully y'all can get involved and leave your opinions in the comment section and like and share. Let's talk about this book to get it back where the book is always going to be out there, but the more people that know about the book and the impact that it's having, the more lives that we can touch. um I am excited. I'm so excited, y'all. But this barbaric behavior, it reminds me of a lot of people that I deal with on a daily basis, because when people feel like they are entitled, then they feel as though they're better than everybody else. So you have to watch how you wiggle and move with certain people or something or certain things. So um that's all that it is. Barbaric is just a behavior. And so what I was reading in the book, it was telling me about different steps and things that you can actually take when it comes to trying to tackle that kind of behavior, since they feel like they are entitled and everything. So the first thing you can do is try to apologize, even though sometimes when you apologize, apologies turn into arguments. And I know people out there have had a situation where that's what happened, right? But when we get in those situations, some of the things that we can do is we can change our tone of voice, and we can start with a soft speech. So we don't have to raise our voice, and we can just talk to them like this, kind of monotone. And maybe having that soft speech, it can crush the harsh language that they're coming with you with. So sometimes you got to change the tone of your voice so that this little argument can be canceled out, right? But this is coming from people that feel like they are entitled, right? So you gotta try to find a way. You gotta do dig in your tool belt per se, and you gotta find a way to help tackle that so you won't get frustrated and angry and all those things, right? So then, um, yeah. So along with us trying to explain and break down this barbaric behavior, um, you can relate that person being bad as them having a bad attitude. And sometimes when people act bad, um, it can halt your progress. So what I mean by that is, um, to one person, the way that you respond can be like a turn on, like, oh man, they bad. But based on the culture that you grew up in, it could be bad in kind of a good way, if y'all understand what I'm trying to say. So you have people that look at the way you're acting as a good thing, and then you have those of us that's like, you ain't gotta act like that. Because when you start acting in a bad nature, it can halt your progress, honestly. So for people that feel like they're entitled and that they feel like they can act any kind of way, just know that everybody sees you, and that sometimes that can stop you from getting into certain doors, right? So sometimes you just gotta change that behavior. And then when you think about having an argument with someone, because people who feel entitled, they want to have these unnecessary arguments. And so whenever they have these unnecessary arguments, they sometimes have to sometimes we have to ask people to get in between the arguments, or hopefully automatically people will get in between us from having an argument. And sometimes when we get people to stand in between us when we're arguing, um it can stop the argument, because you can have that what they call them people. It's them people that can see both sides, and then they can be like, Jerry, calm down. Sue, you ain't got to go there with him. So like, they're like that common nature that can just bring everybody together, and they can talk to you in a way that can bring you down. Say like you was all the way up here, and then you're actually getting brought down. And so that just tells you that I'm so glad that this person came in between us, because now I'm not as hot and angry as I was before. They was actually able to come in between the argument and stand in between us and get us to actually overlook the person that we're actually arguing with. And sometimes we gotta overlook things that have hurt us. Sometimes we gotta overlook people that have hurt us. Sometimes we gotta overlook churches that have hurt us. And so whenever we do that, then we're able to see the bigger picture. So to me, that pretty much explains what the barbaric behavior is. And to David, that was like a giant that he had to face with this other guy, because the other guy, the personality that I was explaining was the other guy. So he felt entitled and all of that. Instead of David arguing with this guy, he pretty his one. I think it was somebody's wife came in between them, and they actually talked to each side, and then they just made it make sense that you don't have to have this argument with him, and that it's gonna be better as long as you focus on other things and not focus on this argument. And at the end of the day, it's not worth it. So if you find yourself being a barbaric person with a barbaric attitude, I just pray that you do the work to fix yourself, and that you actually take time to figure out what's causing that, and then you'll be able to heal. Well, Slayers, that's another video. That was chapter 7, Barbaric Behavior. I want y'all to go get this book, read it. It's really going to change your lives. I want you to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get this count up so we can reach some more people. And I'm going to come right back with chapter 8, because I got to make up for another week. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace out.